Okay, we're live everywhere. Let's get it started. Welcome to the show. Hope everybody's doing well. I hope you're enjoying the pump. We are at 80k BTC. Can you believe it? There you go. Hopefully you've not given up. Hopefully you've not listened to the FUD. Hopefully you have survived the wall of worry. This is where the fun is supposed to start. So there are some analysts that are obviously bearish here, calling tops. That includes Capo. Capo is bearish. That includes Steve, Crypto Crew University. That 5.3 theory of his that shows like a 80k top. I don't really agree with that situation. I don't see us doing an early top because we had a pretty weak cycle previously here. We had no explosive top, which we had previously every time on BTC. Not only that, this is the end of the 16.8-year property cycle. If you've been following me for the last 2 years, you guys know that I called the bottom. I mapped out the path incredibly well. Blew myself away actually with how accurate we have been. But there's still much to do, much to learn, much improvement to be made. And yeah, just congratulations if you made it this far. I've always said in my streams, play from a position of strength. Don't get wrecked, right? We just need to survive until 2025. And frankly, we have thrived thus far. It's been tough, the SEC and stuff. The dumps, the disappointments, the FUD. But we are seeing the end of the tunnel here, finally. The light at the end of the tunnel, finally. So, it's best to be patient in this part of the cycle. And once again, not to get wrecked. Don't go all in tokens. Risk small percentages, especially on new tokens. Just want to stack that BTC or the native token that you're trading on. In our case, that would be PulseChain, right? Okay, I'm going to cover some of the macro things as we always do. And we'll see if we see anything interesting at all. And I'm going to do this quickly because I know macro isn't the most fun for everybody. Inflation's still fine. We're still moving sideways. No real warning signs there. We talked about the 61.8, right? By when we were trending here, I said it's most likely that we're going to go there. The 61.8 or the golden ratio is like a magnet. And we got rejected there. I wouldn't celebrate too early. Generally, BTC does wreck the altcoins in that explosive phase of the bull market. And I'll just overlay BTC for you guys here so you can get an idea of what it looked like in the previous cycle. Go to the weekly scale. And I'll change BTC's color to orange. Okay. So we can see that final blow off top into all-time highs. This is what I'm talking about here. And we can see when this actually started to go really, really parabolic. And I'll just plot the line when this started, right? So the Bitcoin dominance bottomed out here into the last blow off top here. And can you see that this is also the breakout level? You can clearly see how much time we spent there. COVID happened, and you get your last gap and handle, your last little W, and finally you start breaking into price discovery. Although this wasn't price discovery because all-time highs was only here, which would be this area over here. So you can see this massive parabolic explosive move of BTC does in fact leave the altcoins behind. But what happens here is that the altcoins tend to suffer against their BTC pairings, while their USD value tends to hold on to what the current value is or slightly increase. The only thing that happens is that the altcoins simply can't hold on to that incredible price rise so quickly. And we've actually seen that much of the cycle already. And I couldn't very much be wrong, and I'll show you guys why I think I might be wrong this time. Dare we say this time is different. We can see here, this is Dogecoin. This is clearly breaking out of massive weekly market structure here. In fact, if we go back to this area here, you can see the massive W, right? That's drawn very, very badly. But there's the bottom, there's your local high, there's your retracement. And I mean, there's another one here if you really... So it's very bullish. So as we can see here that Dogecoin is starting to outperform, and this is its USD pair. We should go to the Dogecoin versus the BTC pair over here. So it hasn't broken out just yet. I mean, this can easily get rejected here and start just moving sideways while BTC does its the start of its explosive move. We would know if it's different if, you know, Dogecoin starts really rallying out here. But it's not the end of the world for the altcoins. Their BTC values do tend to increase, but they do suffer a little bit under the pressure of BTC strength. So just keep that in mind. What's up, Pavka? What's up, Duke Skellington? Mr. Crypto JC from New Zealand. What's up, Duke? Rai. Archie. Yeah, so that's that for now. I'm just really, really glad and relieved that we are finally out of this range, right? Coinbase showing incredible strength, right? This is a great proxy for us in the altcoin space because this is the main app. They are custodians of massive amounts of institutional crypto. This is technically a little cup and handle here because we did close above the 50%, but we will forgive that though. There's your cup and handle. We need this to outperform, right? And this will run with BTC. We looked at Dogecoin. Let's see what the dollar is doing. The dollar is kind of still holding on here, but do expect this to roll over eventually because it's already showing a little bit of weakness there. And this is good for risk assets as that goes down. All-time high for the stock market, BTC and ETH ratio. Obviously very, very important for us, but this is a V-bottom. Expect this to get retested eventually, right? And that coincides with incredible BTC strength and leaving the altcoins behind versus their BTC pairings, but their USD values will perform well. This is a clear breakout of Ethereum here on the weekly. We talked about this a few days ago, why I went live. That's your breakout there. We're just waiting for the candle to close here. That's your breakout candle, and we'll need another candle above these two breakout levels to confirm it. Euro breaking down, gold. I mean, if you're chasing gold here, you're not doing it right. Link, strong breakout here from Link. You can see the clear W here. So there's your proxy for your utility tokens. That includes ADA, and let's just quickly take a look at that. Yeah, strong breakout, right? There's your W breakout. And there you go, exciting times. Everything is catching a bit. Technology, all-time highs. Nvidia, all-time highs. The others, clear breakout, right? Others dominance. There's most likely bullish divergence there. This is fine. Holding on there. The only issue will be if we start losing these lows below 7.8%. We do not want to see that happen. But we're pretty much in this area of the previous cycle, right? It doesn't look the same, but it's that initial or that first pullback after the first alt season that has been so very, very brutal and painful for us. Russell, almost at all-time highs, right? This is the shitcoins of the stock market. Solana, ETH, could be a top there. If you're swapping your Solana for ETH here, you're stupid, and many people did at the top there, hey? Solana, I mean, it just needs to clear this, and then the all-time highs are the last issue for it. Total market cap, clear breakout, looks very, very strong, right? But because BTC is part of this pairing, or that index. Clear breakout here versus total 2. That is the total market cap excluding BTC and stablecoins. Total 3, clear breakout, right? We can see across the board. And Tether dominance, bearish market structure. Expect this to at least come to the 61.8 before a relief bounce. You see how it stopped right before the golden ratio? The market doesn't like that. It'll come back and touch that 61.8. The same that we've seen with Bitcoin dominance, right? Oil is fine if that's not above 77. Home builders, right? These guys are just making massive amounts of profits. Yeah, and that's that. Let's see what you guys are saying. PulseChain here. We have defeated the bearish location here. We're above that area. The last time we really got rejected was from this swing high back here. So we would like to see candles close above 5,768, eh? Because this got rejected previously, right there. And once we clear these levels, we can start moving these fib tools to higher swing levels, for resistance levels. So it looks good here. You guys know that if we go on the weekly, we've been waiting for the weekly W to form, right? This is it here. I don't know. Well, we don't know if it is here, but there is your weekly W. That is what we need. You need bullish market structure. Without a weekly W, you're not going to have a strong bull market. Either way, we finally have it. Everybody was very, very negative with me when I told you guys that it needs to do one more leg down and then confirm the breakout. Because you can't rally off a V bottom. If you rally off a V bottom, the market is going to bring you back all the way. Like something like that, it's going to come back all the way. Unless you have strong bullish market structure. You've got your higher lows here, and now we just need a new high, a higher high. That's the change of the trend on the weekly scale. It's very important, and frankly, you want to see that. And we're almost there. You just need to see candles close above 5,885. Let's look at PLSX. Much stronger because we never lost our lows here, right? Our previous lows. That is very, very strong, very, very powerful. Very glad. If someone asked me, what do I think outperforms PLS, PLSX, or Inc? I don't know. It's gonna be, some is gonna outperform sometimes, and some are gonna outperform or underperform other times. This is a very, very bullish chart. You can see the higher lows here on volume. There is a slight little bearish divergence here. I mean, but this looks very healthy. So this tells me that PLSX will continue to outperform. But you're late on this trade. This trade triggered down here. You're very, very late on this trade. And in fact, you might just be buying the top here. This is why you need to wait for retracements to get into these things. And I don't know if it's going to give you... I've said that and repeated myself many, many times. I don't know, right? If you're going to get your chance. You just have to decide what your strategy is or whatever you want to do. I can't help with that. So that is the ratio versus PLS, and this looks really, really quite strong. And in fact, if we do a fib extension tool, let's talk once we close above this level, above 64, and we'll see what the market does at that level if it has a reaction. Hex showing incredible strength here. Maybe we should look and find some. We can see if we can find some divergences on the shorter time frame. So this is interesting. Do you see how the volume has already broken out? It's kind of leading this move, and we had bullish. This looks very, very strong here. I'm not gonna lie. This looks very strong. Bullish divergence, strong bullish divergence at the bottom here as volume is higher, but price indicator is lower. We rallied up. I'll just put on the line chart so it's easier for you guys to see this. Then we created hidden bullish divergence, which means we just created space. Like price went lower, yet there was still more volume that came in here. And that is now confirmed as this W is a breakout here. So currently this is hidden bearish divergence because it's taken a lot of a volume to not even get us to all-time highs. But hidden bearish divergence is not enough to reverse the trend. And currently we do have an uptrend because we've got two highs, two higher lows here. But the OBV finally looks much, much better. I was really panicked about this thing for quite a while. Okay, I want to see if we have bearish divergences on short-term time frames. Okay, not at all. That is very, very good to see on the daily. Let's look at a 4-hour quickly. So there is a little bit of a bearish divergence on the 4-hour. So we can easily shake that by just doing some consolidation here. And if you see BTC really rallying strong here, you'll see the altcoins pause for a while and not really catch a bit while BTC sorts itself out. But that goes back to what we talked about earlier. It is very, very normal for the market cycle at the end for BTC to further outperform the altcoins. But we'll keep an eye on that, and at least we can see across the board that some of the altcoins are waking up. Yeah, okay, so those concerns are out of the way. We don't have bearish divergences. I mean, we can start looking on like more aggressive indicators like RSI or something. Let's just take a look at it anyway. We're not gonna try and ignore very, very important information. That's still perfectly fine. No bearish divergence on the daily. Let's look at the 12-hour. No bearish divergence in the 12-hour. Let's look at the 4-hour. The 4-hour as well does have a little bit of a bearish divergence, but once again can easily be sorted out with a little bit of a consolidation there. The screener is already lagging here, you know, so I don't know how good it's going to get. And I see I'm getting errors on YouTube as well, so if this stream is not going to work out, I'm going to spend a lot of time worrying too much about that. Okay, let's pull up the on balance volume here on the weekly. Not as strong as PulseChain PLS on the weekly because this never formed bullish divergence. But let me look at this quickly. We did have hidden bullish divergence as more selling occurred, yet price action still held up. So that's quite well. I'm pretty sure we're going to see bullish divergence on like something like the RSI. Not really. That is why I won't buy the top a significant amount of PLSX versus PLS here at the top, because it looks a little bit overextended versus PulseChain, right? Not versus its USD. That's different. Okay, let's look for divergences on shorter time frames. Perfect. Nothing wrong here. Nothing wrong at all. Okay, the 12 hourly is fine. The daily is fine. And then the 4 hourly, once again, with a little bit of a bearish divergence there. Once again, we just probably need to move a little sideways, maybe even retest this previous breakout level before going higher. Nothing wrong with that. It looks really, really healthy, in fact. No bearish divergence on OPV on the 4 hour. Okay, let's pull up the incentive token. This has confirmed some bearishness. Can you chart Salad X when you get the chance? Yeah, I'll look at it for you. And I'll look at that Inc versus PLSX chart as well. Okay, very, very clear things to look out for. You need to close above $3.14. Beautiful chart. Bullish divergences here. So Inc also has the bullish divergence on the OBV on the daily here, or on the weekly. Beautiful, beautiful. There's no bullish divergence on the short term there. Okay, so a little bit of a issue here. This is Inc versus PLS. And this is bearish market structure. You can see the measured moves takes you into the reload zone. This does not mean Inc has to go down. Inc can just stay the same price while PLS outperforms it. This will push this ratio into the reload zone. And this is good because we can then maybe finally get some Inc there for our PLS in value, which we've been waiting for quite a while. Let's see what the indicators are doing. Yeah, it's a downtrend, right? So we'll give this a chance. And if you're farming PLS, you might want to stop selling Inc if you're compounding your farm. Now, I'm not a financial advisor. I'm simply dude on the internet, a broke ass dude that doesn't know anything, right? You're responsible for your own decisions. This is just what I'm doing. I'll probably hold on to my Inc that I'm farming in this area, but I'm still selling it for PLS or PLSX here, right? And recompounding those farms. Okay, that's the best pair that we have. Okay. So the important thing is the ratio. We've looked at the USD. Inc is in value versus the Inc is in value versus PLSX here. So, and PLSX is part of your Inc farm. So this probably tells me that I should be holding on to my Inc here, because you're selling off for PLSX, and it's in value here. Finally, this is where I couldn't be interested. The RSI is getting nice and oversold. Let's pull up some volume. Yeah, still trending down. No bullish divergences as yet. It's still a little bit early, right? You need 3 reasons to take a trade. Location being one of them. That's the first reason, and you do have that. Secondly, we need indicator confirmation and market structure. So we don't have that W yet. It's going to take a while. And don't be surprised if Inc gets really, really punished against PLSX, and maybe even comes to the 78.6 level, which is 56,341 PLSX per Inc. Can I look at 9mm, please? Oh yeah, you wanted to take a look at Solid X. Now that we've covered all of the top coins, maybe I should just quickly do Hex. Let's pay the respect to the core coins. Okay, that's fine. Nothing wrong there. This is bullish divergence that formed between price action and indicator here. And even from here, price action went higher. So that's bullish divergence there, and it's confirmed. Many of the RH ecosystem tokens did this exact same thing, creating bullish divergence here. And there's no bearish divergence that I can really see there, or at all. It's not that I can't see it, it's not there. Let's look at the weekly. So not as strong as PLS and Inc. It doesn't have that bearish or that bullish divergence there. Yeah, I mean, if you clear 1.9 cents, it's off to the races. I mean, there's not much more to say about this chart. Let's look at the ratio. Very, very high here. I mean, this can easily go a little bit higher, right? But then that's going to form bearish divergence there. So this is the ratio between... It's definitely not in value. Value for this was down here. And it gave you many chances. I mean, let's ignore the previous price action. And no one wanted it here, right? So that the maxis will crucify me for telling you guys it's not in value here. But when I was telling and screaming and telling everybody that it was in value here, nobody said nothing. Nobody said that, you're overly bullish here. There's no reason here. X is going to continue. I'm underperforming, and there you go, right? No one wanted it here. But they all want it here now, and they will be very, very mad at me for saying that this is not where value is at. I have a lot of T-shares. I've been here from 2020, from Big Payday, so you can't accuse me of favoritism or fudding or whatever, or EHEX Maxi, or I never ended my stakes on any of the EXPX bullshit. I just held on, right? It's foolish to be selling an asset down 99%. Doesn't matter if you're selling it to rotate into another coin. Now, this is probably just my opinion, and I might be wrong as well. But that's just what I think. So, definitely not in value for HEX. EHEX. I still have my EX. I'm not ending these stakes away now. A beautiful retest of the breakout level. Let's see. Look at the most aggressive or slowest indicator that we can find. Beautiful, beautiful bullish divergence all the way from here. As price action went lower, indicator or volume is much higher. So it's undeniable. It is undeniable that there is interest and underlying strength in this chart. You can see it here. There's bullish divergence on the weekly, on balance volume. This is not an indicator that willy-nilly does bullish divergence. This is a pure indicator that simply looks at the difference between buying and selling volume. And you can see a clear accumulation and underlying strength here. I don't know it. I don't care what anybody tells me. Okay, let's look at the ratio between the two. Just to quickly round that off. Is this where value is at for this asset? Or has it left the reload zone? You've already missed it, right? This is where you should be interested. It's already left. Man, your passion is real tonight. I can imagine you guys are also quite excited that we're finally getting what we've been waiting for, what we've been expecting. But sometimes you think you're mad talking about these things and talking about cycles and talking about things, eclipses, and and talking about things that might happen in the future, and they've happened. A 4-year cycle, right? It is a cycle is as woohoo as it can get, as woohoo as astrology. Because what are cycles? It's nothing concrete. It's just a pattern that we have noticed. So can't chase it here anymore. On the short term, obviously, we're still down 98% from the highs. So, and it never really got to the reload zone for PLS. If you wanted to get some, it's just reversed. It's in the middle of nowhere. You can't really do anything. You just have to. That's just what I would do. And Solid X has been finally going up here. And I did tell you guys that I would be the first person to tell you when to be interested, because people will tell you that I FUD these tokens. Well, Andrea's tip for the local top for August 3, yeah, it didn't really work out. She got the local high one day early though, which we can give her that credit, right? And wasn't it a local top? Remember, she said it was a local top, right? So let's just be fair. On the 30th, which was, I think she got, oh no, you're right, dude. So, I mean, it kind of was a local top, right? Like if someone called the top here, I mean, like I did with Dragon X, it still went up 15% higher, but you still were right. Remember, she said it was a local top. And then she got this one on the 22nd as well. But then again, we should be cognizant of the fact that these are local top calls here. It's the same that I did with Titan X, right? Titan X will eventually reach all-time highs again in the bull market, but it's reached its local top, right? And this is really not the time to be worrying about tops anyway. It's probably this part of the cycle is best to, you know, do nothing pretty much. Tears of joy. Exactly. Yeah, let's quickly go back to Solid X before we went on that little tangent. You can drop your tokens in if you have requests. Otherwise, I'm going to quickly scroll through my watch list and maybe I can find you guys something that is in value. Let's pull up volume here. So, no bullish divergence there on the weekly. No bullish divergence on the daily. Let's look for it on the RSI because you guys want 3 reasons to take this trade and we will look for it. So yeah, I mean, we did talk about this bullish divergence for quite a while, right? So let's look for our 3 reasons. Do you have location? Absolutely. You're down like, I don't know, like 90%, more than 90%. So you do have location, well on a discount, right? Do you have indicator confirmation? Absolutely, you do. Now, this RSI is a little bit concerning, right? We can see at the previous tokens that we've looked at, once they've done 90% retracement, these RSIs are reset and they have bullish divergences. And we can look at, we talked about the heavy charts, right? We talked about PLS, we talked about EHEX, and we talked about incentive token. Those are heavy tokens, right? Much heavier than this, right? Because this has centralized control. This is not the accurate market cap, unless they start selling these tokens, which I'm pretty sure people don't expect happening, right? I know many of you see him as a benevolent actor, and I'm definitely not in the going to doubt that. So yeah, I mean, you have your reasons to take the trade, and your market structure on the daily is at least your last reason that you need. So I can't fault the granny if she wanted to go long here. You have your reasons to go long. And I actually bought this breakout. Although a little bit early on the daily or on the weekly. You see, this is a V bottom on the weekly. So I don't know if it goes higher and then does this and then breaks out. Right, this can go like something like that, you know. I don't know. Manage your risk, etc., etc. Okay, let's quickly see if there are any requests. There is a mantra, and please Hedron. Hedron on PulseChain. Okay, Hedron on PulseChain. Quite high here. Let's look at it with pure price action. So this is your weekly breakout level there. Quite high already. If you take in the line chart, you do have bullish divergence. I mean, to be fair, that is a W there on the weekly. And you should have been buying this pullback. And I'll show you, it came right back to the reload zone, right? That's where you should have gotten it. And the short term, I can't chase it here. On the long term, you're still inside of value, right? And this will be another breakout level there. But the RSI is quite high already. It's taken a lot of to get us up here, hey? Here's another W here. I mean, it looks a lot like the hex chart, not gonna lie. It's definitely not where I would be buying some. But it is incredibly cheap. Hopefully you have your position. Hopefully you have your positions. Hopefully you've been accumulating in these ranges. Right. But it looks strong. It looks like it wants higher. At least to the double top at the highs there. At least. Mantra. Catching a bid because PLS is rallying. Remember, you need to look at these things versus PulseChain. This is the weekly, and you can see that I've marked clear areas. You need to defend your lows, which you have, and you need to have a candle close above 25. You can see the rejection there. So it does look like it needs a little bit more consolidation. There's no reason to rush this, and in fact, you can even maybe like there if it closes above that level. John and Icosa and Watsas are going to be great to see. It makes me want to cry. Just don't be overly exposed to a single asset. Because if you're overly exposed to Hex and you're overly exposed to Icosa and you're overly exposed to Hedron, you're pretty much, you know, that's kind of all in one asset, right? But anyway, if I understand that some people only want to buy Hex and X products, there was, I mean, back in the day, there were some people that didn't even want to touch Hedron like the Hex Maxes. So, I mean, it's at the end of the day, I can't tell you guys what to do. I can only tell you guys what I am doing. And I've trimmed large amounts of my Hedron and Icosa bags. Remember, these are free assets that I got for EX staking, and it's been tough holding and staking X throughout the few years. So I've not once regret de-risking some of those free assets. And please don't crucify me for that. It just makes me feel more comfortable, okay? Because I have a lot of T-shares, more than most. And I'm not trying to brag at all. Like this is not a bag shaming or a bag bragging space at all. This is a bag safe space, okay? We're very liberal here. Right. It's just Ninja's not yet. Okay. It needs a little bit of work, and there's nothing we can do about that. It needs a little work in the chart, right? I don't know the fundamentals, etc. Okay, let's scroll through these. I know everybody probably wants to take a look at DAI. A nice little weekly W here, and that's your breakout. But you're not in value. You've unfortunately missed it. This little W down there, that was your buy signal. This is late, right? There's a lot of room on this RSI to move higher. I mean, you can still FOMO it here and still do well. That's just not what I do, right? I buy these things down here. But that's when nobody was interested in it, right? That's when Soto was fudding it. I mean, it's probably only me and Somi that was publicly, like, I remember posting about it and saying, right, this is where you should be interested, right? There you go. It's off to the races. What we're really interested in is the PLS ratio. And you should have been interested down there, right? It really didn't build the prettiest market structure, but that's fine. I mean, you can clearly find a W in there somewhere, and I can see multiple. Now, the interesting thing is going to be what our indicators are telling us. What do you guys see how this is just trending down volume? It could be because of the reflections, right? Or the arbitrage of the bots. But that does not look good. But then again, the OBV is very, very sensitive. I tend not to use it. And let's see if we can see something here. So there's bearish divergence here on the weekly. We're higher, slightly higher on the indicator, but we've not made a higher high on the RSI. But that can easily be disqualified right now. So bearish structure here. We're at all-time highs, right? Value for this was down here. You have unfortunately missed the boat for this one. But it looks good. It's got good market structure. But this is at 63 on the weekly. I mean, once you start closing above here, it's off to the races. And you're most likely, I mean, we can do a measure, we can do some fib extensions to see where this might be going, you know. And I would trim profits at these levels. Anyway, I don't want to step on people's toes, so I'll just keep my opinions to myself. Unfortunately, you've missed it. This is now where the area where some of the shorters will try and push the price action down. And I mean, they have been stopped out on that run there. Pretty much. There are very, very cheap assets still around. You just have to find them. There are new tokens that are launching. You just have to find them early. And Teddy Bear. Teddy is just now leaving its value area here. Gave you a lot of chance to be interested, but everybody's interested now. I cheated 100 million DAI. Still have decent bags of all PRCs. May live to regret. Oh man, dude, it's been the story of the cycle. Lots of money left on the table. I've hardly ever lost any money, but I've left many, many opportunities on the table, and those feel the worst. So Teddy Bear is slightly above the reload zone. I mean, I can't fault the Grand if she wanted to maybe get some there. It's going to perform well. I don't really hear people are talking about Teddy Bear. So some space created there. It looks better. It looks better than PDAI. And the opportunity is still here, right? PDAI is like literally up here. But I have bags, and I've been sitting on this side. It did really well from the lows here. Let's see what iTropa is doing. It seems like WBTC is outperforming. Yeah, this is a clear breakout here for iTropa, hey? Let's go on the weekly. Strong. Breaking out, but you've missed cheap prices, right? I wouldn't touch this here, even though it's still cheap. Like it's under the 50%. I can't get it there. Should have been getting iTropa here. I think I have more iTropa than any of the other iTropa pairs or tokens. I mean, it looks great, but you don't have cheap prices anymore. You've missed them, and you're practically at all-time highs almost versus PLS. I mean, if you compare that to Solid X, can you believe it? WBTC at all-time highs, right? This, we can't even look at this, right? You're hopefully on this train and riding it. We looked at Solid X. Let's look at 9-inch quickly. Taking a real beating right back to the bottom of its range. There is a little W there. So there is a little W there. And you can see this is what I wanted to see. And now, unfortunately, it didn't consolidate as long as I would have liked. I mean, you're right back at the bottom of the range. Let's look at it versus PulseChain because it's the only one that really matters. Now, this hasn't finished just yet. Unfortunately, let's see where the fib tools are at. This was probably my worst call of the whole season, this breakout here. But I should have known because it was an ugly W. Either way, that's why you always risk very little. The thing is, there's nothing here. There's nothing to support the price. See how quickly it fell. And if you're going to lose these levels, I mean, you're going to come all the way back to the W down here. So that's still 50% away from where we are currently at. I mean, but I can't fault the granny if she maybe wanted to start nibbling a little bit here. Let's look at on-balance volume. Guys, if your projects aren't doing well, and your PLS pair is not doing well versus PLS, you can't blame PLS for poor performance, right? Let's be reasonable here. But I still root for everybody that's building on PulseChain. I really hope that you guys do well. Because if everybody does well, it's good for everybody. I mean, you're right back at the start, right? Why? You should probably get some here. And you're forming a little W here versus BBC. Right, we've now looked at one coin which is very, very cheap. Might go down a lot, another 50%. And then you've looked at the iTropa, which is very heavy, very large, moving, has left you behind if you're not allocated. This looks very good here, in fact. Let's see it. So you can see the little W there, hey? Do you see the little W there? I mean, it's clear as day. That's your breakout level. That could have been the bottom. I don't know. But it's incredibly cheap. You're getting it right at the bottom of the range again. It's 50% off its lows. Or 100% off its lows. It's done this full pullback, right? And everybody will be hating on them now, and people are probably thinking to themselves, this dude is freaking crazy. Right? But anyway. Let's look at some on-balance volume to see if we got any divergences here. We'll go out to large time frames. So nothing really there just yet. And no bullish divergences there. Let's go to the RSI and doctor this chart. So no bullish divergences there. We do have here 29. Yeah, so there's your bullish divergence on the weekly. It's only forming, it's not been confirmed. For this bullish divergence to be confirmed, it needs to break above 35. There you go. Let's see if you guys have any requests. Give us our favorite memes on ETH. Let's scroll down here. I have Cult. Let's quickly take a look at that. You should be getting Cult here, right? It's coming back to its breakout level. Brett. I've got Brett. I've got 3 positions in this token. This is where you should be interested, right? This trades on base. Not in value, right? You can see how high this is. It either needs a lot more time to come down, but we can't look at it there. I've got Wolf. And I wish I took profits on this. I don't like it. It doesn't look good, unfortunately. Trump, Bitcoin, I've got 3 positions in Harry Potter, Obama, Sonic Inu. And you can't get it there. It's overextended. And it's going to come down and fill that and maybe get some here. But sell half on a double because we think this might rug. And I won't go into the reasons why, but because you'll think I'm crazy. But anyway, I've said crazy things before that do come true, so just keep it in mind. Andy, we can't look at. Troll. Right, so you're gonna have to look for coins. Doesn't look good. 40 is Pepe's wife. And I'll just scroll through them quickly because I know you guys really not quite interested in the PulseChain or on ETH altcoins. You should join my Patreon. I mean, I buy them there. I don't want to spend too much time. Turbo, this is the guy that created. He's long gone. We can't even look at it. Right, this is actually the first AI token that was created. He is on YouTube. A very inspirational story, in fact, if you guys want to go out and look for it. Emule is Vitalik's cat. And maybe get some there, right? I don't know. Don't know if it performs well. That's the thing. It's hard. You're not that connected or myself with Ethereum, so I don't really know what the meta is. I don't really have a great edge there, but I can still read charts. And I mean, this Infer, I remember. Yeah, let me see if there's anything that I want to talk about here. Oh no. Jesse Pollock. Oh my goodness. I told Steven in chat that I should buy this and it's gone. Oh no, I just knew it. I just knew it. I hate it when that happens. You just know it's going to perform well and you just never buy it. Okay, we'll leave that. Matt Fury, maybe. I like this token. This chart looks very, very pretty. And this has got kind of like a meta going on right now, but it needs to pull back into these levels. I mean, I'll have to go through my wallet to tell you like the altcoins that I own. MSTR on PulseChain is a sleeper, so that's probably a shill. 6 days old. You guys, oh, I did see this. I don't like it. I don't like the chart. I like the art, obviously, but there's a lot of this SPX cover. Sometimes I wonder if I cause these things to happen. Okay. We'll go back to our eco. Pateus. I'm still waiting for this guy's sacrifice. They did another sacrifice. Can't be interested. It's way too high. Pepe on PulseChain. Dick with button. Can't look at Pepe. It's too high. Let's look at Dick with Bat for you. Oh man. Oh, I did see a 9mm earlier. I'm sorry about that. 0x Rebel. Sorry that I missed out on that. I did see your tweet, right? We can't get it here. It's too high. We need to wait for this area here. And this looks toppy, hey? The market is smiling at you. And if you lose the mouth, which is that level there, you're gonna get your reload, right? The RSI is high. Maybe it's just wait. It's definitely not where value is at. Dick with butt. No, this isn't the main pair, but this has all of the data that we need. That is bearish market structure that's confirmed and incredible wicks. Someone's trying to exit this chart. Let's just go to the highest LP that we can find, because I don't like those wicks on that chart. 14k liquidity. Okay, this is concerning. Why? Oh no. You know what you guys are doing here is you're telling the market that you want to exit. And this is not the time to be going into die. Oh no. Okay, I don't want to affect the market, so I'm going to leave my comments for myself. Pikachu. Pikachu's at all time, just, well, not in the reload zone at least, right? Holding up very, very well. I mean, the card market is going absolutely insane. Created some beautiful space here, hey? Like, we're almost back to, so this is the 3-day. Let's go to the hourly. So we've, man. Wait for the reload zone. We can reassess once we are inside the reload zone. But just because Somi is talking about other things at the moment, it doesn't mean it's the end, right? I do think Pokemon will have one more run, because the card market is going absolutely insane and it will flow through here. I can't explain the mechanism of how it works, but it's just the way it is. It works like that. Let's quickly take a scroll at Charizard, because I wanted to see. You see, this RSI is at 50, at 54. Let's quickly take a look at Pika. So I know I'm jumping around here, but I kind of want to get an indication of, and this one's at 63, so slightly higher. It'll be very, very healthy if we can at least come down to the reload zone, right? And it'll be even more bullish if you can create bullish market structure here. So we're only going to see this maybe take off into next year. Late next year, perhaps. But the narrative or the meta will eventually come back to Pokemon. It's just not now. I mean, it was Extremely frothy at the highs, right? That was obvious. And lots of infighting. It's good to see them imploding, especially the Poke Center. Yeah, it's definitely not time to be getting these things. Get them in the reload zone. Oh, you guys wanted to take a look at Giga Chad? That's a W there. So Giga Chad is a buy as soon as it breaks above 65. It's slightly above the reload zone, so I mean, I can't fault the granny if she wanted to get some there, but time is running out. It's a beautiful chart. This was started with like $60 worth, so it is going to be volatile as this slowly but surely builds a chart. Still very early. This is still the daily. I mean, there is the W even on the daily. Popcat up 60%. This is probably already left the reload zone. Yeah, so you're going to have to wait for Popcat to at least come back to this level here. Okay. 9mm. 0x0 on X, please. On ETH. Really? AI smart contract. What is this? A little bit high. Just put an order at the 61.8 and you might get filled there. Doesn't look bad. I don't know what it is. It looks like utility. Giga. PP. No, it's over here. It just stopped right before it, I think. Poor pleb. Oh man, you're gonna lose your lows, dude. This looks very, very bad. You see, you've lost to that level there as well. The RSI is still very high. There's no market structure there. You can see that's a new bottom, right? Ouch. We at least need to see a higher low and a higher high. There's no reason to catch a falling knife here. We can be patient. Time. PLSP. Time doing well. That's a weekly breakout on the USD value. So this is on its way, but although it's versus PLS, can't even look at it up here. Should have been getting it down here. Internet money, and then we will go to PLSP. That is a break of the line chart. You can see the clear W on the line chart. Beautiful amount of volume coming in here with a strong bullish divergence. Wow, that's powerful. I showed this here and you guys just rejected it. It's going to fill that wick. I don't know who's stupid enough to sell the breakout there. But this is on its way. It's going to fill that entire wick and then it's going to go. It's still in value. It's frankly just breaking its W here, and we will do it conservatively over there. And if I put it on the line chart, I mean 1W, 2 Ws, 3 Ws, or let's just be clear, this is a W within these others. Apex, I don't really interested in that. Lone Rob. What is Rob doing? It needs to consolidate here. Wait. This has performed well on the good news, I guess. Yeah, it's coming down all the way. Fame, PTGC. This is at all-time highs. Strong bearish divergence. Strong bearish divergence. at all-time highs, right? If you want to chase something at all-time highs, be my guest. Kiyamoto, let's see what bro is doing. Well, it's back to where I drew it. I don't know. If it will turn around eventually when we have confirmation on 9-inch and BBC. But they are very close to bottoming. So it might actually be a good idea to maybe get some bro. You know, maybe what's his face, shows his Shill's PulseChain once more, I don't know. Should we try and look for some divergences? Spending a lot of time on each of these tokens. And I don't think giving inflation to a meme coin is the greatest idea. There's nothing I can see here. All I can tell you guys is that it's in value. If you really like it, I can't fault you. Louis the Duck. I saw these guys shilling today, but it's above the reload zone. Man, very, very high market cap with very, very little liquidity. It's not that bad, actually. I mean, what's up, Xologist Art? Is Alti trading yet? No, it's still in testing. Oh yeah, sorry, Mr. PLSP. Let's look at Pulsepot for you. Okay. We looked at MSTR, dude. It looks a little bit volatile to me. It looks like a little bit of shenanigans going on there. I mean, you're in value. If you missed this run up, you should maybe be interested to get some there. But it's technically only a breakout above that level. That's what I would have to wait for. But it looks like it has bottomed here. In fact, I can't fault the granny if she wanted to go long here. Airplane, we can't look at it. AMC, GME. This looks great. Looks fine. I would probably get some there. But I've got a lot of this GIF. What's going on with GIF, guys? Bullish divergence there. I mean, was this a one-trick pony? Are they working on more stuff? I tried to warn you guys on this thing. But like always, I get extreme hate for calling out tops on things like this. But if you see something erect like this, you run. You run for the hills, or you hit that sell button. UFO, can't even look at it. Trump, Carp DM, Igno, what? I don't think there's anything more interesting. We're getting really deep into the weeds here. Dogecoin looks good. We found this earlier today. It's up slightly. This was created by the Trust Swap guys. PrimeX, Optimus Prime. Don't know what it is, who launched it, if it's going to do well. don't know. Dark Maga. SPX rallying. Cock Inu. What's it? Cock Inu. This is the rise of cock, excuse me. Probably a little bit too early. This is the same with this, right? If you see something go up like that. Thoughts on Donald Trump? Don't like it, dude. I don't know what happened. I really liked that chart, and I'm staying away from it. It was buy the rumor, sell the news. You guys should have been selling your Trump coins like right before he wins, right? To buy the rumor, sell the news is always valid. Always, always, always. It works every single time. Hey guys, we've gone through pretty much everything. I mean, there's lots of other tokens here that we haven't covered, but I'm not going to bore you guys any further with that. I mean, the views are still at 47. We can go through the Tangan coins. It just feels like they've fallen out of favor a little bit. I thought they would have come back by now. We have great tokens in actually. I mean, this has been absolutely slaughtered, and now finally breaking out of some bullish market structure here. You can see the cute little W down there. Then there's a larger one here, which is also valid on the weekly, right? I'll just put on the log scale so we can at least see what's going on here. That's the break of the value. I'll try and chill it, right, as much as I can. Everybody thought this was great. But that's the thing. These things go up and down. There's absolutely nothing you can do about it. Shiny Charizard is the most desirable Pokemon card. Enough said. No lies there. No lies there. And it's holding up strongly compared to all of the others. Now, Pokemon are not in favor currently in PulseChain. I did warn them that they're going to fully dilute themselves because they launched the derivatives of their own tokens, that they launched evolutions. Yeah, but I can't say to the market, I launch no more Pokemon, please. That's not how a free market works, right? But at the end of the day, I know which Pokemon cards do well and which has been the favorite throughout the last 20 years. And it's pretty darn obvious, right? So we can only go off that. We don't have... I mean, we're trying to make up fundamentals here for meme coins. Meow. Al Meow on ETH looks good. $42 million market cap. It looks good because it's at all-time highs. Oh, wait. Excuse me. I had my log on. Late, hey? Wow, like, look at that thing. Very late. I don't know if you're going to get a chance to get it. You should be interested down here. And it's already given you the chance. That was the chance you should have gotten. And it's late. Can't chase that there. I want to thank you guys for watching. Do click the like button. There is 37 likes. It just pumps your own bags, right? Gets us into the algorithm. And we're all here for PulseChain to perform well. So yeah, thanks for the... but the most important thing on YouTube is the amount of time people watch a certain episode. So if you can suffer through my voice for the whole length, try and do that. And if you're not subscribed, I would appreciate that. It's all for the algo. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Please play from a position of strength. There's still a lot more time left in the bull market, I think. And I'll keep you guys updated if anything was to change. And stuff can change, definitely. And we are cognizant of the fact that they can. And I will let you guys know as soon as I see issues on the chart. And we'll see issues in BTC before anything else. Okay, Cheers for now. Hey, bye-bye.